Hi, I'm Jade from the Saddle Bank, and today I'm going to show you how to take templates of your horse. So first of all, what do you need to take a template? You're going to need a pen, an A3 piece of paper. Obviously I'm using a template pad here, but an A3 piece of paper would be fine. And you're also going to need a 60cm flexi curve. Now you can buy these online and they're also available on our website, and they're really useful tools for measuring your horse's change in condition. So it's really important to take templates of your horse so that you can measure changes in their condition and their size. Do this as well as the saddle fitter, because your saddle fitter is probably booked every 3 to 6 months to come out, but you can monitor this on a much more regular basis, say every month, and you can actually see any changes in your horse. Now if you notice that template to template is becoming very different, it's time to call your fitter out before waiting for the next regular appointment to come around. Okay, so when using your flexi curve, what you need to do is it's got a flat side and a slightly rounded side. We need to make sure that the flat side is facing the horse's ears, so when we pop it onto our piece of paper, it's nice and flat surface and we can draw around the inside. So our first measurement we're going to be taking is going to be directly on the scapula or the shoulder blade of the horse. So we've got little Joey here. So we're going to pop our flexi curve over, find the scapula here, and using the flat of our hand, we're going to run that along the flexi curve. And just ask the person that's holding the horse just to pop their hand on here, or we go and flatten it down on the other side. And again, when doing the other side, just make sure that the flexi curve is in the correct place, and again, run the flat of your hand down onto the horse. When you're happy with the measurement, pick it up with 2 fingers, and you can pop it onto your templating pad. So you're going to pop it onto the pad and make sure it's in the centre, and then we're just going to draw around the inside and just make sure that you do move your fingers around so that it doesn't slip and you don't get a wrong reading. So that's our first measurement. The second measurement we're going to take, so we've taken the first one just directly behind the scapula. We're now going to put 3 fingers behind, and then we're going to measure again. So scapula is where we took our first one, 3 fingers, and again, flat of the hand, running down the side of the horse. And again, ask your person holding the horse to hold that for you, whilst you go and repeat on the other side. And again, when you're happy with that, take that template off and pop it back onto the pad. Now we pop this one just slightly lower than the previous, and again we're just going to draw our template round. Now what we can see from the templates is if the horse has got any muscle wastage or asymmetries, and we can also, that obviously how that's going to affect the fit of the saddle. So for the third measurement, we're going to take it at T18. So to find T18, which is the 18th thoracic vertebrae, we're going to run our hand along the horse's spine, and just about where the coat changes shape and direction here along the barrel, you should be able to feel a bump or a dip just about here, which is just about there on Joey. And you can also feel along here for the last rib and trace that up in a curved motion, and that will actually take you also to T18. Once you've found T18, we're going to pop our flexi curve on. Make sure your horse is standing square. Good lad. Good lad. And again, run the hand along the barrel of the horse just so that you can feel, making sure that the flexi curve is taking the shape of the horse. And again, ask your person to hold the flexi curve in place. And don't worry too much if the horse is moving around. You can also obviously just redo this and recheck this and making sure the horse is stood square. And again, when you're happy with your measurement, you can take that off, pop it onto your line just so that we can actually see the shape of their back. Now what we'll do is we'll pop our flexi curve along here, and again flatten it down to the shape of the horse. And where you're going to draw it onto your pad is you're going to pop your fingers again, 3 fingers behind the shoulder blade and up to the flexi curve, pinch here, and again where T18 is, pinch here, and that's the shape we're going to take, because ultimately that is going to show us our saddle placement area. So from your horse's template, again, you're going to be able to see changes in their condition, and it's really important that you as a horse owner or rider take responsibility for that and make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Now, again, you don't need a lot of equipment to do this, just a simple flexi curve, piece of A3 paper and a pen. So it's really recommended that you do this probably once every month and just see the changes in your horse. And it's really good to monitor as well changes if, for example, you've changed your horse's feed, or you've changed where your horse is kept, maybe different grass conditions, change your horse's workload, even change your horse's saddle or rider. All of these can affect the condition of your horse. It's really important to take regular measurements of your horse and don't just leave it up to your saddle fitter on your regular saddle fitting appointments. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn a bit more about saddles and saddle fitting, please do check out our website, thesaddlebank.com.